We're attempting a world first, jumping ship on the lochs of Scotland with BMX rider Jason Phelan.
I'm Jason Phelan and I'm a professional BMXer. I started riding when I was 13 and I'm 30 now, so I guess I've been riding about 17 years. Right now we're in Unit 23 skate park in Glasgow. I've been here about 3 years now. This skate park is the reason I'm living in Scotland. It has everything from street to park. The creative side of BMX is what I really love. So I try and always think outside the box. I don't just think about riding bikes indoors or outdoors. I always try and think of going to new locations, new spots, about coming up with an idea, a concept, and taking what you know into like a whole new territory. My friend, her dad actually owns the professional diving academy, and she said to me one day, "Hey Jay, why don't you build a ramp on my dad's boat?" And straight away I was like, yes, let's see if we can actually do this. I organised to meet up with Tom Brannan, who then took me out to his boat. It wasn't just a small boat, it was a ferry boat, a car ferry that got converted into a diving school. I just thought about all these ideas, putting ramps around the two boats, making a video around deep sea divers and BMXing. The aim of this whole project was to create something that I feel hasn't actually been created before. That's exactly the reason I BMX, to create new experiences for other people to enjoy. It took about half a year to plan it from then onwards. Building the ramps, that was something. Even getting the wood across to the boat, we had to take it out on a barge that got towed by another boat. We didn't just build one ramp, we built about 10. There was so much to think about. Men at work? I pretty much wanted to build ramps that definitely tailored to what I like to do on a bike. And what I like to do on a bike is a bit of everything. So I'd have bits to grind here and there, bits to ramp here and there. Building ramps on boats, the water is definitely an issue with the movement, the boat's moving. Building our distance, our gaps, all that, like all the smallest little details, we have to literally just sit there and kind of look at what our setups are. Going, right guys, let's move the ramp here, let's move it back a bit. It was so trial and error. Luckily enough, a lot of the time it works, but sometimes it doesn't, and you just have to sort of go back to the drawing board, I guess, and then move something else, and then it will work. There was always concerns about the bikes going in the water, and I thought, nah, no chance. I'm skilled enough, that's not gonna happen. First day, pretty much the first couple of jumps, I ended up bailing because it just went wrong. I went one way, the bike went the other. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually get the bike, and then I rang the diving school. I've lost my bike in the loch. Tom drove out, and he actually jumped in, swam down. About 20 minutes later, we saw his bubbles coming up, and out comes 2 hands, 2 thumbs up, and we knew straight away he was after finding the bike. Originally, we set 2 weeks to do the project. I always want more because you can always one-up yourself and do better. And we thought 2 weeks was not going to be a problem at all. But I ended up falling and hurting myself on the first week. So straight away we had to cancel the project, we had to call everything off, we had to send the filmer back home, the builders back home. It took me 10 days to heal up. We had to postpone the project for a week, and now we're heading back to Dunoon today. Once you jump across the boats, landing that for your first time and knowing that the gap is good to work and it's big enough, it's such a good feeling. Like just overcoming all those challenges are just unreal. When we kind of finished up, we kind of wrapped up the last day filming. We were all kind of hyped and psyched. We had a really good video in the bag. All in all, the project was awesome. There's a lot I have planned for the future. For me, pushing boundaries, I try and do it in a different way. What I want to do is take the trick I've already learned and then put it into a crazy background, like taking that trick to an amazing location. Who knows what's next?